This video is about setting manual service indicators using PeopleSoft. A service indicator is a value that's set in the system to prevent a student from doing the thing that they need to do next, whether it's adding or dropping classes or whatever the next step in the process is that they want to do. Service indicators can be set by a lot of different people, such as health services, parking, advising. Some service indicators are set by the system, some of them can be set by advisors. This video is about setting and removing service indicators as an advisor. Once you log into PeopleSoft, you'll go to Campus Community and Student Services Center. Here you'll search for your student. Remember that the ID is the affiliate ID. That's the 1000 number. Campus ID is the ASU ID. That's the one that begins with 993 or 995. National ID is the Social Security number. We've created a couple of fictitious students whose last name are student. So you can put in what information that you have and then click on search. You'll notice the search results will appear at the bottom of the screen. All of the links on a row will lead you to the same student service center for that student, and each row is a different student. If you have a large set of results, you can sort the rows by clicking on the column headings. We're going to go look at Joe's student, and we're going to set an advisor-placed service indicator on Joe. To set a service indicator, you go to the General Info tab and go to Edit Service Indicators. Now what we see here is the page for the service indicator ready to accept a service indicator. If the student already has a service indicator, either positive or negative, you may find that the screen is grayed out and there's already data there. If that happens, you can just click on the plus sign and add a new row or a new service indicator there. As you look at any screen in PeopleSoft, you're going to look for the asterisks, and these tell you that these fields are required in order to set the service indicator. So we'll just go through the fields that are here and we'll talk through what you should set to set a manual service indicator. The institution should be ASU 00. There's only one institution, and that's our university. The service indicator active term is optional. You can set that to the current term if you want to. Again, you don't have to set it. I typed in the value of the term and pressed tab in order for the database to accept the value. The active date is the date that the service indicator will take effect. You can set this active date in the past, or you can accept the default for today, or you can even set it in the future. If you'd like to stop someone from registering until they see you, but you're going to give them 3 or 4 days to get their stuff done, you can set that service indicator for 3 or 4 days in the future, and then if they call you up and say, okay, I've done what I need to do, then you can just remove the service indicator and they would never see it take effect. So you can post-date it, or you can also set the date into the future. Your service indicator codes, you will have been given service indicator codes when you asked for access to PeopleSoft. And as an advisor, the most common one is called S21, which sets a needs advisor placed service indicator. So you click on that. And the service indicator reason would be your department. In this particular case, it's liberal arts. You don't have to fill in the reference or the amount or any of those things, and your department is already filled in according to who you are. The only other field that you might want to put some data in is the comments, and here you might want to put specifically what the student needs to come in and do, so that when the student arrives back at your office, at the front desk, the people in the front office can go in and get back to this screen and see exactly what needs to happen in case you're busy or out of the office at that point, and then they can tell what's going to happen. So your welcome to use this comment field that's here. Once you have all of that set, then you can click OK or Apply, either one. If you click Apply, then you'll have to click OK afterwards, but they both do the same thing. So you'll click OK. And that will set the service indicator. So notice that you can see the service indicator that's here, but you don't see the indication that's up here. But if I go back a tab, now you see that the screen is refreshed, and here you'll see that the indicator shows that there's a negative service indicator in place that needs to be cleared. So let's fast forward a few days and say that this student comes in and takes care of whatever the issue is that was the reason why you placed that service indicator, and now you want to clear that service indicator. So you just go back to General Info, Edit Service Indicators, and you go to the service indicator that is the one that you placed, and you simply click on the minus sign to clear it. You'll be asked if you want to confirm that. You say OK, click on OK, and now the service indicator is cleared, and again, switching tabs will refresh the screen, and you'll see that the service indicator is now gone. One of the new systems that we have in place is called advisor tracking, and this is a system where the system and the advisors are going to work together. If students are found to be off track, the system will put an S57 indicator, service indicator, on their record. And once you have met with the student and resolved those issues, then you would go clear the S57 just like you cleared the S21. But advisors can't place an S57. The system puts the S57 indicator on the student, but advisors will be given the ability to remove that just like you removed the S21 service indicator. And that's how you put on and take off advisor-placed manual service indicators.